Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you a demonstration of using the Selleys Knead to fix a fueling issue in a 49cc pocket bike engine. Okay, so this is the engine we're going to be working on. This here that you can see with the little black switch or valve thing hanging out of it, this is the Petcock. This is the thing that's causing us all the issue. Inside here is a highly damaged O-ring which gets pounded by this thing every time you turn it on and off. So what we're going to do is take this off the engine, block it up with the Knead, and then drill through here to create a free-flowing fuel system. And we'll attach this above it in the fuel line and then possibly mount it with this to the bike so that we get a cleaner, more efficient fuel flow. So let's start pulling this carburetor off the engine. Okay, so we've got the carburetor off the engine. Thankfully that was quite time consuming and quite a arm workout as well. We've got a bit of crud on that. You've got to be careful with this part here because this is the valve that lets the fuel and air mixture in, so you don't want to get any crud on there or forget which way this goes around. So we'll keep those two together. The part we need to focus on now is of course this Petcock. So we need to turn this around so that we can get access to it. There's also two screws on the top here right behind the actual Petcock that we also need to remove in order to pull the assembly off. So let's start doing that now. Okay, so here is the Petcock. I'll take these little screws off because they seem to want to fall off on their own anyway. I'll put those off to the side. So all we have to do now is unscrew these two screws on either side here to get access to the internals of this Petcock. So what we also have to do is take out this useless O-ring, which isn't going to help us anymore. Then we just need to give this whole unit a clean up, flush it out with some brake cleaner, and then we're good to go. Oh, we better rescue this O-ring here too. That one we need to keep. So out of all the bits, it's more or less just the O-ring you want to hold on to. And there we go. All squeaky clean. We're going to need our Selleys Knead product. This is where this comes in. All right, so all we have to do now is more or less mold this like Play-Doh. Just have to get it to get, I just have to mold it until it's one consistent dark gray color. Okay, so there we go. Easy pie. Now all we got to do is shove all of this blob into here to block up this little entranceway on our Petcock. So we'll just shove this in here. So you got about 2 minutes of working time with this Knead product. Anything after that and it starts to become much harder to move and reposition. And voila, there we go. Cool, so that is the Petcock now covered up. We're just gonna let this sit for a bit so it can dry. Once it's all hardened up, then we just gotta drill a pass-through hole right through there, and we are halfway done. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes and our Knead should now be well and truly dry. If we get the screwdriver here, you can hear solid as a rock. So that is well and truly set. And as you can see, very, very sleek look on the outside. So you won't even notice that that's patched up. So all we have to do now is bore out this tiny little hole in here to give us a way better fuel flow. Okay, now that the Petcock is all cleared up and there's a nice clean pass-through hole in the middle, all we have to do now is reassemble it. But before you do it, make sure that all of the interior parts of this Petcock are cleaned out. You don't want any of the debris to be inside there once you reassemble this, because it'll make a real mess since this is on the bottom side of the filter. Okay, let's get to putting this back together. Okay, so that process ended up being a lot more trying than I thought it was going to be. So off camera, I reassembled the carburetor and the modified Petcock onto the engine. So at the end of the day, that is how it looks. It turns out way nicer than it was before, and with all that extra garbage like the O-ring and the nastiness removed, we will now get a much more direct flow of fuel from the fuel tank straight into the carburetor. So it'll make tuning this bad boy much easier. So there you have it. There's a quick demonstration of how to use the Selleys product to modify a carburetor for a 49cc engine. However, you can use this product, like I said in the last video, for pretty much anything, but I just wanted to show you guys how this would actually work and how effective it really is. If you enjoyed this video, guys, be sure to give me a like. It would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. Scotty out.